And so, with Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards, we have an end to what I consider the summer movie season of '09. And here it is in retrospective. I'm going to go through all the movies I've seen this summer. Yeah, I only recently started making videos, so I might make some reviews of the movies I've seen this summer when they come out on DVD. I'm debating in my head right now if I'm going to rent Wolverine or not. That movie was bad. Okay, so I'm going to just start off with rankings of my movies. I'm going to go from the top of my list. Ooh, look at all that writing. Top of my list to the bottom. Number one movie this summer, District 9. Fresh, great sci-fi movie. Well acted, well shot. I dug the realism. Star Trek is the second. I'm not a Trekkie. I love Star Wars. If you could see my book collection on my shelf back there, it's mainly Star Wars and history books. I love Star Wars. It's just from an expanded universe standpoint, the movies aren't the holy grail of trilogies and crap, but I was like, I'll go see Star Trek. The effects were great. One of the great things, the writing was really cool because they retrocon like 60 years of sci-fi writing in 5 minutes, and it makes sense, which is something of an oddity because I like comics also, and when they retrocon stuff, some of it just is like, oh, they're like, well, I don't want this to be count anymore, so I'm just gonna say it doesn't exist, and they don't give a good reason. This one actually made, they said I was like, wait, that makes sense. High five, and like my friends are like, huh? Why are you all happy? Number 3, Inglourious Bastards. Oh, crap, I was going to give you rankings. District 9, I give it a 10. I changed my rating. I know. Whatever. I needed to justify it in my mind. Star Trek, 9.7. You didn't really get to know the characters, and it just kind of, once it started, it went boom. And I loved that, but could have used a little bit more time to get to know the characters, even though we don't already know the characters since they've been around for 60 years. But they're technically new because of the retroconning. Okay, number 3, Inglourious Bastards, which I just shot the review of that. It'll be up before this. 9.5, great Tarantino movie. Like, he doesn't make bad movies. Number 4 I've seen like 11 movies this summer, so it'll take a while. Ponyo, 9.5. Tarantino and Miyazaki, two guys that I know to not make bad movies, really. Even Lupin the Third or Castle, something, whatever they called it, was still good. And Howl's Moving Castle. They were still good. Tarantino, Death Proof. Good on the back end. Front end, a little too much dialogue, I will admit. But, hey, we all have our few missteps. Now, number 5, 5 is a tie between Up and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I give them both a 9. It's a tie. I put Up first, though, and then Harry Potter. Up, great. Not as good as WALL-E. Really, it didn't have that same scope, but still really, really good. I saw it in 3D, and I was like, oh, 3D's hokey. And it kind of was hokey, but the 3D was good. Story was good. Animation, great. Harry Potter, I want to see my Deathly Hallows. I want to close this chapter in my life because I love Harry Potter. I'm going to shoot a whole video on what makes a good... Well, I already did technically shoot. I'll explain that later. Video on what makes a great adaptation because of Harry Potter. And then technically number 6/7, if Public Enemies by Michael Mann. I love Collateral, Heat. They have frickin' World War II in the middle of Los Angeles. How do you not like that? And Last of the Mohicans. Good. I love this guy. Public Enemies did kind of become a little style over substance, I feel, in the end, towards the end, and lost itself a little bit, but still, really good movie. A great refresher, because I went to go see Transformers 2, and was like, wow, that was entertaining, 2 hours of violence, but no story. And then I saw this, and I was like, ooh, violence and story, that was well done. Why can't we have both all the time? Okay, number 7, G.I. Joe. Yes, I give it a 7. This movie entertained me. I wasn't looking for The Dark Knight. It was better than Transformers because it had a story. Yes, the story was kind of weak, but whatever. It was escapist summer blockbuster fare. Good movie. Then we have Angels and Demons. I read the book, which I think kind of screwed myself over because in the book's really tense, and the movie just never really had that same feel. And they had some really great bits in the movie where they talk about God and man and religion, and in the book too, and it just didn't translate well, I feel. Then we have Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen. Angels and Demons is a 6.5. Transformers, it was entertaining. I'll give it that. I didn't even. It was big explosions. Michael Bay blows shit up the best out of modern people to come out of the 90s. I mean, he learned from Brockheimer and his other partner guy. I don't remember his name. The worst movie of the summer, though, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I get a 5. Yeah, they did. There was a couple of scenes where they made this guy a tragic character, but God, did they mess it up. And I'm not just mad about them ruining Deadpool, which they didn't ruin really because they could easily retcon it, and I even thought of a way while walking out how they could fix it. But still, this movie was bad. 5. 5. F. 5 out of 10. That is an F. Okay, number 2 here. We're going into my little awards section. Okay. Best movie of the summer, District 9. Came out of nowhere. Great movie. Letdown of the summer, Wolverine and Transformers. Because Transformers 1 was great. It had a light story, but it was cool. Transformers 2, it was cool, but no story. And Wolverine, because I will admit Wolverine is better than X-Men 3, but not by much. Best actor over across all the films, Christopher Waltz as Hans Landa of the SS in Bastards. And he really was the glue that made that movie, not Brad Pitt. And director, it's a tie between personal favorites of mine, Quentin Tarantino and Hayao Miyazaki. I love these guys. They don't make bad movies. They just make movies that aren't as good as the stuff they've previously made. And still, even like bad Miyazaki, like I said in my Ponyo review, which you'd go watch. Ponyo, go watch it. Wait, I said Ponyo. Okay. They don't make bad movies. Okay, number 3. Movies I've discovered that I really wish I had been able to see this summer. 1, Adam with Hugh Dancy. I saw the trailer and I was intrigued by the whole Asperger's syndrome thing, and it looked good. I like those little indie movies now, thanks to Mr. Leibelt, my history teacher. Shout out to you. This movie looks interesting. I hope it's in limited release. I'd have to go to Irvine and see it. Hopefully it finds a wider distribution come awards season, because there's awards buzz around Hugh Dancy right now from last I heard. And 500 Days of Summer. I hate romance movies. I hate Titanic. I mean, yes, one of my second favorite Christmas film out is Love Actually, but romance, no. But still, I want to see 500 Days of Summer. It looks like an interesting take on guy meets girl story. Overall, it was good. It had its ups and downs, but what season doesn't? Part 2 will be my looking ahead at the fall/awards season of this year, up until about December. So, yeah.